What's up, sarsaparillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Or welcome back. It is time for another Love Island review. Yes, guys. But before I get into the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, of course, please subscribe. Please and thank you. The girl's trying to get to 5K subscribers before the end of the year. So if you're new and you like my content, please subscribe. I appreciate it, okay? Thank you, guys. But anyways, let's get into the video. So, guys, where am I going to start from? Should I start with Mimi and Ayo? Because obviously Mimi's my girl and Ayo is Ayo. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, guys. Do you know what? Me and Ayo is gonna have to fight one of these days because Ayo, don't let me save you in vain. Okay. So obviously Ayo is flirting with Mimi. Flirting heavily with Mimi. And everybody's starting to notice now. Like, obviously, Nicole is starting to notice that Mimi might be a little bit open because she asked her, you know, would you... Do you know what I'm saying? And Mimi went, no comment. Because obviously, I told y'all last night when Mimi was tearing up, that wasn't for Jess. Maybe she was crying for Jess when Jess got dumped. But when Ayo's behind was up there, she was crying for Ayo. She wasn't crying for Jess. I told y'all, y'all didn't listen to me. Y'all didn't listen to me. I told you she was crying for Ayo because she didn't want Ayo to go. Who right now, okay? So obviously she's now said it to the girls, like, I would have been sad if Ayo went. I was worried because I didn't want him to go. She told Ayo, listen, I shed a little tear, you know, and Ayo, obviously, he's loving that. You know what I'm saying? Because Ayo wants to have his cake and eat it. My issue is, the more I listen to Ayo, is the more I want Mimi to stay away from Ayo. I say I wouldn't say this because what Mimi wants is what Mimi wants, and we just have to respect it. But Ayo is no good for Mimi until Ayo knows what Ayo wants. Because Ayo is as confused as they come. So Ayo is saying to the boys, like, Ciaran, listen, I like Mimi. There's still feelings there, but Jessica is my priority. Okay, fair enough. And then he goes and he says to somebody else, oh, you know, yeah, there's feelings there, there's feelings there. And Ciaran is saying, I think you should go for it. And he's like, well, of course you would want me to. My thing is, go for what? If Jessica is your priority, then therefore you have chosen. So leave Mimi alone in that case, innit? I'm here for it, right? If Ayo was to say, listen, I like Jessica, but I've realized my heart and my head is with Mimi. And I just want to approach the situation and just make Mimi the only person that I'm with in this villa. That's it. If that was the kind of vibes Ayo was coming with, then I would have been like, oh. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's going to say it's hard for him to see Mimi with Josh around the villa, right? At the same time, he's saying his feelings are still there for Mimi. And at the same time, he's saying Jessica is his priority. Because we hear him telling Jessica, because she asked him, what would you do if I would have gone home? He said, I would have jumped into the fire pit. Bit excessive, bit dramatic, but okay. We know that wouldn't have happened, but okay. But my thing is, if you're willing to jump in the fire pit for the girl, if she went, I mean, obviously we know that's not true, but you're saying that, you're saying she's your priority, you obviously don't want Mimi. Ayo just wants to know that nobody is with Mimi. This is my problem I have with Ayo. Because Ayo started to play with my feelings now. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Mimi's feelings that's invested in this, right? My feelings is invested in this, okay? Your feelings, if you love Mimi, your feelings are invested in this whole situation. So Ayo needs to stop playing with us. Ayo needs to stop playing with us, right? Because you don't want us to become a Nicole person. Because I will see him with my phone, my lens, my camera lens, from all the way from here, up in my Croydon town, all the way to where he is in the villa. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. So right now, as much as I love Ayo, Ayo needs to go straight into the bin. Because Ayo just wants to know that Mimi's attention is focused on him. That's all it is. He don't care about anything else. And I'm going to have to agree with the comment section saying that he just wants to be in a triangle, because I'm definitely thinking he just wants to be in a triangle and he needs to leave this girl alone. But Mimi is flirting back. She's saying that it's good that they can actually have a conversation and they're talking, but Mimi still likes him, and that's the issue. Mimi still likes him, and Josh now is focusing all his energy on Mimi. I was worried about Josh and Mimi and the Grace situation because Grace said she likes him. But I feel like now, because Josh is focusing himself on Mimi, Grace is now trying to focus on Reuben, because obviously they've been having a conversation. And we saw last night when they enjoyed the chat, and then this time they were talking, and she was saying it's good to like get to know somebody on a deeper level, because she felt like her and Joey, they were used to the lusting and the flirting, but they didn't have anything deep. So now she's looking at it and thinking, did they, you know, have anything in common? Were they even compatible? You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's probably what Joey had the issue with. I feel like he felt like she's sexy. They have kind of chemistry, sexual chemistry, but there was nothing else on a deeper level. And I feel like he connected with Jessy with that. And obviously we could tell because he's not bat an eyelash at Lolly, which is the new Bombshell, by the way. He's basically told her like it would take a lot to turn his head. And to be honest, he didn't seem very interested at all. So it's leading me to think, okay, then Joey is really serious about Jessy, which I'm so happy about, because Jessy really likes him. We did see a little bit of Jessy, feisty Jessy coming out, because I was just like, ooh. I mean, we saw a different side of Jessy, just a little bit, that Jessy don't play, right? Jessy don't look like she's something. She was always the quiet, sweet person, but tonight, sweet Jessy kind of like stood back a little bit, and feisty Jessy came to the forefront, right? And I'm interested to see how Lolly and Jessy gonna get on in the villa, because obviously Lolly made that comment about, you know, she feel like Joey kind of went back into his shell, or she felt like something was missing between him and Jessy. And obviously Joey went and told Jessy this, and she's taking offense to it, which, to be honest, who wouldn't take offense to it? Because it's kind of like, I don't think she was trying to be disrespectful as such. So I'm going to agree with Joey with that, but it did come across disrespectful. I feel like she was trying to get into Joey's head and try to see if she could like get Joey's head to turn towards her. So I feel like she was trying to put doubt into his head, which is a smart way of doing things. I guess is smart. But obviously, if I was Jessy, if I was on the receiving end of that, I would have felt disrespected, because at the end of the day, you don't need to make a move on a man and bring my name up in it to get the man. You know what I'm saying? You need to find another creative way to do it and just leave my name out of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I would have been upset as well if I was Jessy. But saying that, guys, at least she knows that Joey is actually serious, because this is actually the first proper test, because she is definitely Joey's type. Blonde, bombshell, you know, petite, as he likes to say, tall, you know, but at the end of the day, Joey did not get his head turned. Is it too early to tell? I don't know, but I don't think he will turn his head. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was very upfront about saying to her, like, obviously, we're not closed off, but it will take a lot to turn my head. And I feel like he did well on the first date, because the date that he had with Jessy when he was seeing Grace, that was a complete difference, you know what I'm saying? And you hear Jessy being a little bit worried about it, because she was saying to Grace, listen, you know, I feel like I don't have a leg to stand on because I did the same exact thing to you. So I think she was kind of wondering whether this was going to be calmer, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, obviously, Joey is a different Joey, I suppose, you know what I mean? And you know what made me laugh as well? When Grace was trying to comfort Jessy, and she was like, oh, the hideaway is just a swing, a bed, and like a hot tub in there. So it's like, it's nothing really. And I'm just like, Grace, really? This is not very comforting for the girl, okay? Not very comforting at all. But yes, guys, so obviously we know that Joey has passed that test. And to my surprise, she chose Ciaran. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I think out of everybody else, I wouldn't have thought that she would have chosen Ciaran. But I guess she wanted to probably kind of make an entrance somewhat, because it doesn't take a blind man to see that Ciaran is not going to get his head turned. You know what I'm saying? And we already hear him saying to the boys, like to Sean and Ayo, saying that he feels like his feelings all one-sided. Like he's in love with Nicole, but he feels like it's one-sided. But he's saying that Nicole thinks just it's one-sided, but you know, he feels like it's one-sided. And I'm like, okay, guys, we get the point. Y'all are both in love with each other, madly, deeply, overly in love with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have, if I was going in, I would have not chosen Ciaran, to be honest with you, because I feel like if Ciaran could get through Casa Amor, I don't think anything would have turned his head at this point. You know what I'm saying? I was glad that she chose Konnor though. But I'm like, did she choose Konnor just for the sake of choosing Konnor, because I just don't understand. I just want somebody nice for Konnor. Why is it so hard to get somebody nice for Konnor? Like, Konnor is so sweet. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this could be a sign for Konnor, because she was wearing 1111 on her necklace, and that's his birthday. That's gotta be a sign of a match made in heaven. Like, I don't care what nobody say. If she come in, she better be like all for my Konnor, because at the end of the day, you know, it's in the signs. It's in the signs. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got to be. You know what I mean? It's got to be. But let's see, guys. Let's see how that pans out, because remember, she's blonde, tall, almost like Grace-ish. Because remember, Konnor was saying that Grace would have been his type. So I'm sure that she probably will be his type. But is Konnor her type? That is the question. I really don't know. I'm hoping though. I'm hoping. But guys, can we just talk about how sweet Josh was with that little romantic gesture just to cheer up Mimi? I think that was so thoughtful. Do you know what I mean? And that actually didn't look too bad. I don't know what it was. It looked like it was some kind of cream, waffles, strawberries, and maybe some chocolate sauce. I don't know. Maybe some Nutella. I don't know. But I felt like it was so nice. And Reuben was making me laugh because he was playing his role, baby. He was playing his role. I thought it was so cute. And I feel like, do you know what? This is the kind of treatment that Mimi needs. Do you know what I'm saying? This is kind of treatment. And she knows this because she was like, oh, my mom would have been happy. Do you know what I mean? About this. And he was like, oh, my mom would have been happy about this too. And I'm just like, when's the wedding? Okay, I'm just joking. But no, guys, this is what I want from Mimi. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I want from Mimi. But sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants. And I'm really hoping that with this connection that Mimi is building with Josh, it gets the break whatever connection that she had with Ayo. Because at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, if she continues to entertain the Ayo situation, or I'm not going to say continue to entertain, because I don't think she was fully entertaining. I feel like she did kind of have a little flirt with it a little bit. But at the same time, I can tell you, come on now, we can tell that that door is still open. It's not closed. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not closed. But I just want her to not get distracted by the Ayo situation, because we hear Ayo already saying that his priority is Jessica. So if his priority is Jessica, he just wants the attention from Mimi again, and that's about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I feel like if he keeps doing it, and if Ayo listened to the boys and keep like pushing the situation with Mimi, knowing that he still has Jessica as his priority, that would piss me off even more and more. And I better not do that, because I might not vote for him as my favorite boy next time around if he does that. Because at the end of the day, I don't like situations like that, because if you don't want somebody, leave them alone. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't mean them in the good, leave them alone. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, guys. Do you know what? I do love Jessica. I like Jessica, I should say. I really like Jessica. And I like that the girls were really trying to like support her and be there for her, because obviously, you know, I know it might feel really hard for her knowing that the other two girls, when like Emma was her person from Casa Amor, so that was the person that she was probably closer with. You know what I'm saying? And then with Jess being like somebody in the villa from day one, and everybody crying for her that she's leaving, do you know what I mean? I feel like that probably could make Jessica feel some kind of way, like an outsider. So I'm glad that the girls actually was like very supporting of her and kind of just saying to her, listen, we're glad that you're here and stuff like that. So I feel like that was really nice of them. And do you know what I also liked? I liked when Konnor was going over and Jessica was doing that little check. And the armpit sniff, man, I'm telling you, that's a real G, you know. That's a real G. If a friend of yours sniffed the armpits, and somebody gonna make sure you right before you go on a date, that's a real G. I rate her for that, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I rate her for that. But I don't know, guys. Let's see. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about tonight's episode. I don't feel like there was much to talk about as such. Obviously, we know we have a new Bombshell Lolly. We know the three people that she chose: Joey, Konnor, and Ciaran. I still don't get why the Ciaran thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that was a complete waste of time. Yeah. I mean, it did kind of like rattle Nicole a little bit, but it was nice to hear Nicole actually saying that she trusted Ciaran. I think that was comforting to my ears, because I was thinking to myself, oh my God, poor Ciaran, because they were wishing him luck for when he came back, because I'm like, oh Lord, even though he's not back yet, and we don't know what she's going to do in tomorrow's show, but I feel like I would like to think that Nicole has matured a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And she did say she trusts Ciaran, even though she don't trust Lolly, but that's enough. If she trusts Ciaran, then she should be fine, and she shouldn't be giving him a hell of a time when he comes back. That's all I'm going to say. But guys, let me know down below in the comments. Yes, because you know I love that interaction. What did you think about tonight's episode? What do you think about the whole Ayo situation? Because I feel like Ayo really is trying to get back into a triangle. You're right. Or a square at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's probably trying to get into a square, you know. But at the end of the day, we're not having it, and I heard Mimi's not having it either, because at the end of the day, if you are going to say that you don't want to see the girl with somebody and you hate seeing it and all that kind of stuff, that's all you're saying. You're not saying, you see, if Ayo bomba to man, if Ayo was saying, I hate seeing her with somebody else and I want to be with her, I want her for myself, I want to be with her, I want her to have me for herself, I would have been, yes, I'm here for it. But you know the disrespect, the madness, you know they get on my damn nerves. I come talk about, oh, it's hard to see her with somebody else and I don't like it because feelings are still there. But then that's the audacity. You know, the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. They have the audacity to still say that Jessica is his priority while you're kicking up a storm and want to get in between the girl and her good stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what? Ayo's gonna keep going until he find himself with nobody, because when you can't make your mind up, you're gonna end up with nothing. You want both of them, you're not gonna end up with none. So he needs to fix up. You know what I'm saying? In matter of fact, Mimi used to tell him that he needs to step up or step aside. No. I'm not want him to step up anymore. Mimi needs to tell Ayo to step aside and leave her alone, because Ayo's intention is not pure with Mimi right now. Ayo just want the extra attention, don't want nobody to have Mimi. That's it. He doesn't want nobody to have Mimi. He wants to have Mimi, but he doesn't want to have Mimi. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't want anyone to have her because he can't stand. The irony, he can't stand to see her with somebody. It's really bothering him and it's difficult for him, right? He never thought for a minute how it would feel for Mimi when Mimi had to watch him and Jessica hugging and kissing, let alone what she went through when she came over and he chose somebody else. And then have to watch him over and over, cuddling in bed, kissing and all that kind of stuff. But yet still, he can't see the little 24 hours that Josh has been there, you know? Maybe 24 hours, 48 hours by now. Do you know what I'm saying? He can't handle it. Do you know what I'm saying? But he has the audacity to say Mimi is not his priority. You need to go crash your body upon a piece of stone. Ayo, God no. Yeah, piss me off. Do you know what, guys? The more I think about it, the more I'm getting pissed off. So let me just end this video. Okay, so comment down below, let me know what you think about tonight's episode. And guys, if you got into this part of the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please thumbs up the video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. Get the girl to 5K subscriber. Yes, 5K subscriber by the end of the year, guys. That's what I'm working on. So please, if you're new, subscribe and thumbs up the video so YouTube push the video out wide to everyone, okay? So everyone can enjoy a bit of Sassy J and Sassy J's madness, okay? But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. But for now, keep it sassy-licious.